Supergirl number 7, written by Michael Green and Mike Johnson, art by Mahmoud Asrar. We left off last issue with the destruction of that city that Supergirl was on, and then she comes back to Earth and she's fighting Rain. And then it turns out Rain has like 3 buddies who are all just as strong as she is. This issue, essentially one extended fight scene, but we do get a bit of backstory at the beginning of Rain and her 3 buddies were just random ass species that were just picked throughout the cosmos, and it looks here to be like a wolf, a bunny, a dinosaur, and the most stereotypical gray alien ever. And they were all in test tubes, and apparently it was a Kryptonian like lab way out in the middle of nowhere in space so that no one could see what they were doing. But when they woke up, the lab was abandoned, and they managed to piece together a couple of things of who they were based off of notes around there. And they took their name from the Kryptonian myth of the world enders, whatever they're called, world killers, because why not? So then we cut to like now, and we see their names. There's Rain, who is the leader, Daymax, who's the wolf one, who's just great at blowing stuff up, Perilous, who's the dinosaur one, who's got poison powers, and Flower of Heaven, who's the bunny rabbit one, who can fly and has energy blasts. And they're all fighting Supergirl, and she's like, okay, well, just got to keep my own. And it's basically just an extended fight scene of, like, she's caught in the grip by, I'm going to have to keep going back to her names, Daymax, and she uses, like, the energy from her body to basically explode out in an energy blast to get rid of Daymax's grip. And then Flower of Heaven starts trying to absorb her energy, which then Perilous, I'm starting to get it, tries to poison her through her eye because the rest of her is invulnerable, which I think her eye is too, but regardless, she heat visions away Perilous, and then she's like, all right, I got to take this out of the city, and she starts trying to fly away, but she's like, did you forget that I put a dome on the city last issue? And she's like, crap, you're right. So then she's attacked by Rain, bashed into the ground, and Rain's like, okay, how about this? I'll make you a deal. You're pretty strong, and if you join the World Enders, we will leave this planet, but you have to come with us, and we will search for our history together. And she's like, okay, how about this for a counteroffer? And she picks up a cop car and just throws it on top of Rain. She then is nearly blasted by Flower of Heaven, but then gets up and starts like prying apart her like chest plate, to which Flower of Heaven really starts freaking out. Perilous brings her down to the ground again, and we see Daymax coming up through the subway, holding a subway car, being like, hey, I found this underground. Aren't these guys kooky? As she throws the subway at Supergirl. Supergirl catches it, saves everyone inside. But then she's like, all right, there was an offhanded comment earlier that Rain made that only a world ender can kill a world ender. So what if I just do that? And she zooms over to Perilous, grabs like the whip thorn tentacle things that she's got, and shoves them inside of Daymax's body. And Rain's immediately like, whoa, all right, time out. We're going to go ahead and retreat now because I cannot, I need all of these people. I can't survive without all the world enders. So, yeah, we're just going to take care of the poison that entered the body. But one day, Supergirl, we will return. And on that day, you will regret it. But I have an extra little plot hang for you. There were 5 tubes on our lab, but when we woke up, one of them was already broken out of. So who is and where is the 5th world ender? And then they all teleport out. And then Supergirl, standing in the wreckage of this city, I think it's New York, is just like, okay, well, I pretty much nearly died, and I am just barely on my feet right now, but hey, I did it, I won. Woo! And that's it. So I don't know. I like the fact that Supergirl, because she does not have any like real training, anything like that, really did just kind of win by technicality there. Like she was not prepared to actually win the fight against like all these world enders. She did it because she managed to kind of take out one of them briefly, and that was enough for them to be like, okay, we need that one, so you win technically, and that's. I mean, a win's a win. So I like the fact that they didn't just immediately make her too overpowered. I like that. It's solid. Art-wise, same as it always really has been. I can't say I can really complain about anything here. I understood the fight and I understood everything else. My only real complaint in terms of the writing is the name Flower of Heaven. Like, I get they wanted to be kind of different, but, like, that one really just felt out of place, you know? Rain, Baymax, Perilous, Flower of Heaven. Whatever. That's such a nitpick, though. I can't really fault it for that. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and give this issue a 7.5. I think it's very well done. Do I think it's a satisfying end to the arc as a whole of the World Ender stuff? No. But I do think that it's a good... If they're going to be continuing on with the World Ender things, of like finding the fifth one, I think it's a good springboard into that. If they're not doing that, then yeah, this was kind of a little bit disappointing in terms of this particular plot. But I also don't think that it was really about the World Enders. I think it was more about her figuring out who she was. And this was kind of just a plot device that was necessary to get it there. So overall, did enjoy the issue. I think I might have just liked it for different reasons than the writers hoped I liked it, which isn't wrong. It's just different.